Today we're talking about how to create a close relationship with your guides. Not just to know that they're around, but actually have a relationship with them. So stay tuned. Hi, I'm Melissa and I'm the founder of the Spirit Guided Life School. I'm here to help you trust your inner guidance, awaken your spiritual abilities, and live the purpose that you chose for this lifetime. If that's of interest to you, hit that subscribe button. I share these videos every Wednesday. And be sure to pick up my free training on how to hear a message from your angels. You can see that link below. Today I have 4 tips for you on how to create a close relationship with your angels. Doesn't that sound really enticing, is to actually have a close relationship with them? They really can be like your very best friends. I have another video that you can check out that talks about the 4 types of spiritual contracts. And one of the spiritual contracts is actually with your team of helpers, guides, or angels, whatever you choose to call them. The term you use doesn't matter, but you do have a team with you. They're here to help you live your purpose and to help you learn and grow. They will never interfere, but they will support you and guide you to the things that are beyond our awareness, right? They're helping us to grow and expand spiritually. But they are part of the spiritual world. You and I live in 2 worlds at once. We live in the spiritual because we are spiritual beings and we're connected with spirit. But then, of course, while we have this physical body, we are in the material world. Your angels only are in the spiritual world. So if you want to connect with them and have a close relationship with them, it's really important that you access that spiritual part of yourself, because that's the kind of communication you're going to get from them, spiritual communication. So here are my 4 tips for you on how to create a closer relationship with your guides, your team. Tip number 1 is to cleanse and raise your vibration often. If you're not familiar, I have a resource available for you. It's free and it's an amazing technique that is called the spiritual cleansing technique. It's not cleansing in the way of cleaning something off. It's raising your vibration. It's allowing yourself to be more connected with spirit. Because remember I said you are a spiritual being, but if your vibration is low, you're not as connected with the spiritual world. You're more grounded on planet Earth, right? And so we want to have that balance of, yes, living in the material world, but also connecting spiritually. So what the spiritual cleansing technique does is it allows your aura to expand. You will become brighter, you're more connected, and you're more relaxed. And in that state, it's going to be much easier to connect with your team of guides. So you want to cleanse often throughout your day so that you stay spiritually connected. You are going to notice an amazing difference in how you feel when you use the spiritual cleansing technique often. So go ahead to communicatewithangels.com/cleansing. Check it out and please come back here and let me know how it works for you. I would love to hear from you. Tip number 2 to create a closer relationship with your angels is to create a daily ritual or a daily routine to connect with your guides. This can be simple. It does not have to be arduous or difficult or lengthy. Actually, it can be very short and sweet, but doing it regularly is going to make a huge difference, right? It's just that check-in with one of the most important relationships that you have. By the way, do you know what the most important relationship is that you have in this lifetime? It's the relationship with yourself. But guides is number 2. So what is a daily ritual? Okay, now this can be very personal. Please, do what works for you. But I'll give you an example of what I do. So every morning I cleanse the environment. I think I have a video on YouTube on how to do that one too. And I do a little meditation. I'm talking 5 or 10 minutes. It's connecting with spirit. It's connecting with my goals. It's connecting with what I want to manifest and create. And it's connecting with the energy of my purpose. Okay, so this is pretty free flowing for me. I don't really have a structure or a set way of doing that. I really just energetically try to tune in. And I find that insights flow and come to me naturally. In the evening, I work with my keyword. So I get a keyword for the day, and at the end of the day, that is my time to regroup and journal. So I look at the keyword that I had for the day and I see how it related to what I experienced that day. I journal about things I'm going through, maybe anything that's feeling like a challenge at that time, growth, insights I had that day, any other insights that come to me from angels as I'm journaling, because they almost always do. And then I find with that spiritual regrouping time just before I go to bed, I get a really good night's sleep. So there's other things I do from time to time, but those are the things that I do every single day. And I will tell you, a little goes a long way. You want to start fostering a connection practice in the simple way that works for you. Tip number 3 on how to create a close relationship with your angels is simply to call them in close. I'll often say this when I'm leading groups and classes: call your angels in close, because the act of asking them to come close to you is a way of feeling them more strongly. There's really not much more to say about that tip. I mean, it's just as simple as it sounds, and yet it is quite powerful. So remember to do this. Remind yourself, call my angels in close. Remind you that they're there and that they want to help you always. And tip number 4 is to have a conversation. Now, if you're not very experienced with connecting with your angels, it can feel like you're talking to yourself, or you're making it up, or you may not want to stick with it because you feel kind of silly. And that's totally understandable. So here's a simple way to get started in a way that will feel comfortable, and you can build on it from there. And that is to just ask a question. So if there is something that you're going through that you want to know about, you might even say, angels, are you there? Something like that, but ask a question and then wait for the answer. You may get an answer right away. So you may hear a word, you might get a feeling, you might see a picture in your mind's eye, or you might just get an inner knowing or a sense of the future. I would say that one's a little less common, but if you're high in the gift of prophecy, maybe you will get an inner knowing. Now, if you don't get an answer right away, if you just feel like, okay, this is just stony silence, or nothing's happening, I want you to realize that the answer will come soon. Be aware, pay attention, notice the signs that might happen, the coincidences. Things will unfold in a way that answers your question. Usually within 24 hours, almost always within 48 hours, you will have got some kind of sign or answer to your question, even if it doesn't come instantly. So I would love to know your experience of that one as well. Now, I have a free training that actually helps you to be able to get those answers immediately, because how helpful is that? To be able to hear them, to be able to see the signs from them right away. And it is easier than you think. It just takes a little bit of practice and knowing the right tools. So if you're ready and you want to hear that message from your angels, you want to go to communicatewithangels.com/hear your angels. That link will give you access to a free video training where you will learn to hear those clairaudient messages from your angels. I can't wait to hear how that goes for you. I'll see you on over there.